Hi everyone, so today we are starting with the machine learning to agentic AI. So how the machine learning you want to learn from the machine learning to the agentic AI. So this tutorial will be help you. So how the machine learning traditional machine learning to the era of agentic AI. So this is not just a upgrade. It's a fundamental change in learning of how AI operates, moving from passive prediction to the active one. So now the autonomous executions will be done. If you know about want to more in master AI skills, that will be defined 2026 and beyond. So let's start with the machine learning to agentic AI journey. So how this the AI will be transforms, how this paradigm are shifting from perception to autonomy. So the AI landscape is starting from the perceptions, then it's going into the generative, then agent. Now in 2026 is for the physical AI. So in the perceptions where AI learn to intercept the world, think of computer vision, recognizing the faces, NLP, understanding the text, speech recognition, turning voice into data, that data. Now next is coming to generative AI. So generative AI creating a new content using the LLM, and that will be help like chat gpt, text to image generator generation, code generation tools nowadays are live. But now it's moving more into the agentic. So in the agentic, in the agents, the phase is agents are tool that can plan and execute the complex task, multi-steps task without the consent of human interventions. So this is the agents. Now the agent is very powerful in the 2025 and 26. Now in the 2026 is more in the physical AI. So where the agents can act in the real world, driving the autonomous science and the powering the advanced robotics. So this is an example from the NVIDIA. NVIDIA is Cosmos is open source platform for the Word Foundation models is designed to help to developers build a physical AI. So where the robots and the autonomous vehicles will be work. So this is the AI factory example of the AI factory where the agents are working and the robots are working, and they can predict, they can work independently with this. So traditional machine learning. So traditional machine learning is basically work to extract the statics patterns, historical data, taking the inputs and outputs. The model is master for the predictions, and we are doing some classification models. We are doing spam detection, regression, clustering. We are doing with these traditional machine learning. So these models will be help us for these self-driving cars. We have machine learning, we have Netflix and fraud detections. Deep learning, we are going into the more deep in the facial recognition and speech to text. Now the generative AI is there, the chat GPT. You're writing the text and they're giving the full the document for the particular topic. So the generation is changing from the artificial intelligence to the generative AI. So how this LLM model will be work? So this is one of the large LLM model is technical flow for the retrieval augmented generation. How it's work? So if you see from the here, the AI engineer will be start and they ingest the preparation in the data, and they will be do the, this is a client data. We have some database here like SQL database or anything, and that will be go to the data processing. Then they will be generate the embeddings for this. After the embeddings, we are saving that embedding into the vector space where we have some weightage of that every particular words, and words we are extracting these embeddings. Then after that it will be go to the Gen AI app. So the Gen AI app will be work here, and they will be send the query to the large language models, and they will be return some information to us, to the users. So how it's work? So these models, the system is a bridge. It enhances the LLM for connecting is to the private, to the trusted data source from there. Now, if we can see for the enterprise retrieval generation, so how the enterprise will be work. So in the enterprise, we have the RAG process, and where we are data, which is we have some indexing, the document we are doing some indexing, we are taking the chunks of data, then we are doing the vectorization, after that we are doing the indexing, and it will be go to the next for the chunking. Then we breaks down the large document into smaller and pieces the text. Then next these text chunks are passed through the embedding models. These embedding models these embedding models, which convert them into the numerical representation called the vectors. These vectorizations will be help to capture the semantic meaning of the text, like what is the mean of weightage of that text. That will be stored in the specialized vector store. So we have the vector store here. We are storing all the data to the database. Then entire process that allow to the API to extract this information, and to understand and search your data based on the meaning, not just a keywords. So this is the full workflow how the enterprise RAG will be work. Now, if we go for the high level RAG architecture, so this is the one of the RAG high level architecture, where we have the client and the users send the questions. It's like a JSON. If you're sending the information to the web to the client, so here how it's work. So it's basically when we have a client, then user sends the query to the framework and take over it to convert to the user query into the vector and perform some semantics search and vector database. Then after that vector database, the search will be related to the most relevant text and private data. So let's suppose this is we have some content here, and that prompt, that query into to the transfer to the powerful prompt, and that augmented prompt sent to the LLM. So after that processing, that will be sent back to the LLM, and which generate the final post process response that ground in your specific trusted data, and then architecture ensure that accuracy and the relevancy. So this is a very high level RAG architecture model, how it's work with this. Now the main, we need to understand what is a RAG, because if you're going from machine learning to the agentic AI, the RAG is the main key for the chatbot and the LLM bots, and next for the agentic AI. So RAG, to simplify the RAG, is remember the three core concept for the RAG. RAG is a technique that give an AI as a search engine for your private up-to-date data. So we have three keys. RAG is retrieval argument generation. So we are find a relevant facts from the files. So for example, if you ask what is a new vacation policy from your HR, okay, so it will be go to that particular document, manual document, and they will be give you the vacation policy. What is a vacation policy? So we are retrieving a data from something document, so we need the retrieval there. Then we have the argument. So argument, it adds to retrieved fact to your original questions. It will be added there. Then generation, that is a main. So retrieval and generate, okay, and argument will be give you to the original document. Then we have a generate. The AI then writes your final answer based only on that those facts, preventing it from the actual outdated public knowledge. It's about the truthful and contextful awareness. So that agent is going to that particular, let's suppose agent, we have the HR policy, the agent going to the HR policy, they are searching that keywords like vacation policy, and they will be give the information of the vacation policy with that generation. So this is how the RAG will be work. User request, the agent will be see, go to the tool, using tool some MCP we calling for that one, and then we have some memories. They are looking at to the memory and they giving the information back to the user. Then we have a two types of large language model. So this is very important here. So two types of basic models we can say. First we have the base LLM. So that is based on the token predictions. Okay. And second is the instructional tuned model. Okay. So here we have the base LLM. So basically the base LLM is diverse the data set initially on the entire internet. So its only goal to predict the next word. So let's suppose we are writing something and we want to that it doesn't know, it's a chatbot, it's no just a complete the sentence based on the pattern. So right now if you're writing some email, so you can say in the Gmail they're suggesting some words. So this is a base LLM, so they are giving some suggestions to us. But now we have the instruction tuned model. So this instruction tuned model, how it's work? So this work on the reinforcement machine learning. So reinforcement machine learning, everyone know who's know the machine learning. So reinforcement machine learning is work mean is the definition we are calling RLHF. So RLHF is a fine tuned using pairs of instructions and correct answer. Specifically they will be listen to the user and follow the commands. Let's suppose when we are asking from the user what is the capital of India, so the base LLM just might they continue the sentence for the generic way, but the instruction tuned LLM model, this model will be give you the answer of that one. So this is how the instruction model, the difference between the base LLM and the instruction tuned model. So this instruction tuned model is work on the reinforcement learning. So it's learn from themselves. Okay, they're taking the feedback from the user and they will be learn from that. But the base LLM is giving some suggestions to us only. So this is all for this session. So we will continue for the from machine learning to agentic AI. We will go one by one code, how we need to write the code for creating the agents, and we will create some flows in the coming sessions. Thank you guys.